And we're back in 1918 here. So happy 1918, everyone. As was previously noted, we did not manage to knock the Central Powers out of the war this year, and they're currently sit at 23 national morale. I think the lowest we got them to was maybe 17, if memory serves me correctly. The combat power did get down to 145 compared on land compared to our 100. They're back up to 155, but of course way lower than the Western Entente, and then of course the Western Entente plus the Eastern Entente. So Germany's not doing and friends are not doing the greatest. Obviously we're in winter quarters. Not too much is probably going on here, and you cut that rail line. Interesting. So I'll repair the rail line, and then we'll kind of chase them out of here. Okay. Any other things we need to look at here? Your ammunition situation, yes. Okay, the door. Rally back. Okay, let's take a look. Some other people's ammunition situation. Okay, you guys are all okay. That's right, Denkam's able to be promoted. So we're able to form some bigger units that, would constitute armies. Of course, we have nowhere near the manpower to do so, but we'll still form them, because why not? Taking a look at the research situation, anything, boom, boom. Let's do it both. Tons of money, no reason not to. No, anything else? Okay. Russian line infantry. Okay, hold on. Let's take a look at all the forces here. Okay, Finns, needed shit. Ukrainians, yeah, okay. So, obviously, manpower, really big issue. Need to fix that. Although, we can get a few of those. Okay, Ukrainians. Serbs still have some for now. Balts have some for now. Ooh. Man, this manpower is tight. Okay. Take that one off. So I can even just give the Romanians one. And yeah, that's it for now. Ooh. That's really rough. Short on manpower on several fronts here, just for getting reinforcements so we can ship them out. So, oh yeah, as a reminder, of course, Samsonov and Lechitsky were doing very good defense here, but the Germans seem to have pulled back a bit. How did you get inside the fort? So why would you get inside the fort? I'll put you on not flying for now, because I think the attrition's just completely battering you. Well, you seem okay. You seem less than okay. Bunker down for now. Don't think there's going to be much movement going on. Ah, yes. Here we go. 2 ammo crates. Where are you going? Need to think on that, of course. No. Brusilov's here. You have ammo. You have 3 crates of ammo. Okay, Brusilov's looking good. Okay, no Army Corps with him, but he's looking okay. What's this? Palipliff. You have no ammo. Probably should give you some. Where did Rennenkampf go? Here's Rennenkampf. That's right, I shipped Rennenkampf to the back. Rennenkampf also has his ammo, so that's fine. Then I guess the force that really needs the ammunition is in fact the 5th Army here. So, we will accomplish that. Ah, that's what's going on. Like, this Ukrainian division's missing a whole infantry brigade. So sometimes you look at your unit and it'll look like, oh, look, it's completely full. But the combat powers, this combat power should be nearly doubled. Reason being, it's missing an infantry brigade. So, I'm sure he's probably not the only one. Well, there's a unit sitting in there. So we'll go there and sit on that, make sure it doesn't create any issues. You know what? You don't have any ammo either. So I'm going to split the ammo crates, I think. Let's take a look and make sure I don't have any other ammo crates floating around that I'm just not seeing. Ah, okay. Well, that answers that question. Okay. So you're going here to Salsa. Rail you through. Yeah, we're starting to get some ammo stockpiling in Dobrzin and other places, so that should keep flowing out. See, this time we were actually railing out ammo crates a lot earlier when we doing so. It seems to be these guys trying to come out. Well, if they fight me, they fight me. That'll be okay. Okay. You're holding that. You're holding this. It's probably way too much to hold that, but it's fine. You're here, there's mud, so you're not going to keep advancing. You're holding this. Like I mentioned, we're probably going to drive on Constantinople. How much do you need for heavy artillery? Okay, we'll probably do an extra heavy artillery to get them topped up in a little bit. And yeah, obviously our biggest issue is just the manpower. Because yeah, behind on 174 chits is quite a bit. And if I'm facing that, I wonder what the good old Central Powers are suffering. Okay, you're there. Oh, you're missing ammunition also, and you've got tanks. All right. Okay, I'll give you an ammo crate. And how much does it cost to build an ammo crate? Just because we are getting to the point where we can always use one, that's not the issue. Cost 16 conscripts. We'll see. I might do that. Heavy Artillery Brigade 2 would probably be a good thing to recruit. Looking through for other things. No. Okay. So we'll take the save game. Let it go for a little bit. Make sure we're recording. We are. And let's run the turn. So, turns tend to go faster in winter because there's not much going on. There may be a fight over here at Kronstadt. I'm not sure because there's an Austrian unit there, but I can't really see them. So yeah, the biggest thing seems to be the rush away from Poland, because Germany is continually stationed large forces in Poland to contest Warsaw and Ivangorod. And they've pulled back both those forces. So depending on what happens, and if they don't return, come spring, we may be on the advance in Poland and heading towards Berlin there. In the meantime, as mentioned, the strategic situation, the Entente, the Entente has successfully cut off all rail lines, kind of with part of Austria, the actual region of Austria and Bohemia and all of Germany from kind of this Bosnian area, Croatia, what will become Yugoslavia area. And then again, there's another cut here between this area and the Ottoman Empire. So basically, they are now cut into three different kind of supply segments, if you will. So that's obviously a good thing for us. So they can not freely transfer around units as much as they would like. And I probably should have showed how far the Western Entente has gone in Germany, because they've crossed the Rhine now in multiple locations. I don't quite remember how far they are, but they're maybe halfway to Berlin if I had to estimate. And then of course in the left part of the screen right here, you can see Italy and the Western Entente coming through and seizing some Austrian territory here. Also in Temzavir here, we see a 926 Bulgarian stack we do need to be mindful of. That's a pretty good amount of troops stacked up there. Then for army sitting in Cluj, we will probably move that army out. Not probably. We will end up moving that army somewhere for our spring attack. I'm not exactly sure right now. Some thoughts would, of course, be sending it to go on the assault to Constantinople. Another part of me, maybe if Poland looks like a good opportunity, they may just go all the way to Poland. Because if we get Berlin, the war is instantly over. So, and I think that's the only objective in the game that has the big enough points to cause the Central Powers to surrender immediately. Everything else is going to come down to both the Western Entente and the Eastern Entente, taking good fights against the Central Powers that just drained their national morale big time. So, of course, we're heading into 1918 here. Got about 25 turns, I think, left in the game. The game ends early 1919. In the full historical campaign here, so. Okay. It's turn resolution time. They have kicked us out of Königsberg. That's kind of the one German and greater victory they had. They did take Colnau Fort there for a bit, but of course we came and took it back. They didn't put up much of a fight for it, mostly moving their troops before we got there. Yeah, there goes the sounds of the airplanes. That actually sounds like airplanes. Half the time, though, where that sound goes, it just sounds completely metallic and distorted, and longest time I couldn't even figure out what the heck it was supposed to be. Okay. Taking a look at the objectives. Yeah, so here we see the Central Powers up to. So there's a mechanic in the game where if your national morale is super low, it's going to kind of pull you back towards equilibrium. At the same time, because I'm high up, it's, the warrioriness is pulling me down. So, long story short is it's going to take quite a bit to knock Germany out of the war here. Okay, I'm also taking a look at things. Germany is on rank 4 tier 4 infantry, tier 4 planes. Western Entente, no tier 4 anything. Me, no tier 4 anything. We are close on infantry, but that means for now, Germany has, the assault troops and the infantry, so I don't know if that upgrades their current infantry line or not, or if it's just a new stormtrooper unit to make. I'm not exactly sure, so we'll see. Actually, you can just stay there. It looks like you're doing okay. Forming up there, forming up here. 500 war supply. Let's take a look at Cox's before I forget. Okay, how's the rail line not fixed? Oh, yep. I think I had a crash because there's that engineer force I've had for the longest time I built. Just never used them. They've just been sitting here for like literally 3 years or so. So that was, of course, a blunder. And that's part of the issue with the game that crashes so much. You think you've made the move because you made the move on the old version, not on the crashed version. So. Okay, I can hopefully pull you into combat. And you know what? We're going to send a running conf there. Okay, looking at our options. So, looking at it, the Central Powers has lost over 10 million men, which is just a huge amount. Western Entente's at 5, I'm at 3. So now they're at about 2 million more men lost than the Entente, the entirety of the Entente. So, of course, that's quite favorable for us. Okay, got the replacement there. Okay, need another replacement for Ukraine. Baltics are okay. Gonna need another Romanian replacement. Gonna need an Armenian replacement. Siberian replacement. Could do 2 Cossacks, or I could do a Russian line infantry. Well, that got our hits down there pretty good. What shall I do now? Let's just do the infantry for now, or do the heavy artillery later. So, still issues with manpower. There's no real way to increase it that I'm aware of. There's not like I can play a card and do it that way. Rolls are getting higher. I cannot give concessions. Okay. The U.S. is in the war, if we have, so we've mentioned. You know what effectively that means, I don't know. Looking at that now, that's a pretty big increase. They're back up to 164 combat power versus me. Of course, Western Entente is increasing too, so they're definitely raising units. Let's take a look, see if there's anything I should see. If the war is decreasing. Okay, max attrenchments 8 on the Western Front. Okay. "26 hits of weather and exhaustion. Oh, what force has taken that much Russian army? Rennenkampf taking major hits on that little town. Okay, we need to get him out of there and on top of that depot. That's foolish. Yeah, okay. Let's get them out of there. Everybody else is looking okay. There's no one offensives because that is going to just completely kill the... Yeah, I don't know what's going on here and how they have not surrendered yet. I mean, they must be just taking just boatloads of attrition, but they have not surrendered yet. Okay. So see, we're actually building up artillery. I'm not going to send the ammunition out again, just because I'm not sure when the winter's going to break here, and I don't want to get caught without them. but we are building up ammunition stocks in Budapest, and Vienna's got some. So I mean, it's only 30 each. It's not a huge amount. Dobrozin's at 26. Once again, not a huge amount, but you've got 8. So 16 there. So we've got some ammunition flowing through here, which is good. Lemberg's got a bunch. Chernovitz, no. Okay. So we'll save game and we'll run the next winter turn. Probably should have checked up around Poland to be safe, but the reality is winter just completely slows the game down here because you do not want to get caught out eating that attrition. It is just absolutely horrible. And the biggest thing is it's needless. There's no reason. If you try attack during the terrible weather, your units just suffer greatly in any attack, so you're not going to succeed. So you might as well just go into winter quarters. I think probably this turn I'm just going to slam all the manpower into normal Russian infantry line divisions, just because the Russian armies are, the real components of what I'm using here. Not the, we're using Romanians. We're definitely using Serbs a lot, so I will make sure the Serbs get topped up. But the Romanians are mostly just holding position, so I'm not too worried if they're not completely in tip-top shape. Well, we're going to give priority back to the Russians. Okay, it should be, I think, late February when we come out of it, so we probably have 2 more turns of winter here to rest and refit. Although I am concerned that the combat power of the Central Powers just went up so much. Hopefully the Americans just start dumping troops in mass in France, but we'll see. And actually this turn I'll make sure to go and take a look at the Western Front so we can see. Okay, it's showing the nice little gears. So we'll see. Romania's inclusions war was not quite as impactful as I thought. Obviously, it's helped. It's helped, lock down certain locations and definitely helped secure Kronstadt, that's for sure. I can't see Hindenburg at all. Hindenburg was, of course, our main nemesis up in Königsberg and Warsaw. And Samsonov had a lot of good victories over Hindenburg there, despite the Hindenburg stats being, probably the best general in the game, I think. Okay. All right. No attrition. That's good. Check the objectives. Yep, they're up to 28. Although their combat power just fell from what was 160 something back to 143. So, and they're up to 10.2 casualties. So they either attritioned out some units or just got their butts kicked by the Western Entente. Some places. Okay, taking a look at the progress. I thought they'd seized Innsbruck. Maybe not. Still have Rosenheim, but that looks cut off, so that's not good. Yeah, they're still holding Graz, and they're coming into that position. And then as far as what we really care about, see, well over the Rhine in Germany, here's the Rhine River here, if you follow the cursor. They've got Stuttgart, and they've got Ulm. And then the closest to Berlin they are, because this is Berlin right here with my cursor, in the northeast part of the map. They're at Erfurt, and they still have Hamburg. Yes, they still have Hamburg. They're working on Weismar. Okay. Okay, because even if I were to go for Berlin, man, let's look at the best route even with the least forts. Okay, and there's a fort. So if I could go through here, through Posen, it's only one fort, and then it's a march to Berlin. Okay, if I go here at Festung Breslau, it's only one fort, and then a march to Berlin. So basically, we need to be one of those 2 points. So I'd have to retake Poland here, and then figure out which fort I want to crack. So that can be arranged, and we may go for it. Western Entente, of course, is looking in good shape. Basically owning, yeah, maybe a third of Germany. Probably a quarter. Okay, take a look at tech situation. Okay, we're almost a tier 4 infantry. Tanks are going to take some time. Aviation's going to take a little bit of time too. Okay. And war production. Cranes are still down. Do one there. And you know what? Let's just slam the rest into line infantry. It's only 4, but, you know, we need to start catching it up. So take a look, make sure nothing else crazy's going on. Okay, everything's relatively calm up there. Check the Caucasus. Yeah, I don't know where you're going, and you look like you're beat the hell up, so let's fix that, friend. And hopefully just knock you out completely. So yeah, you guys are both on us. Okay. Brusilov's here. 66% ammunition. Okay, Budapest and Vienna are still increasing. Actually, you got clear weather, but you can't see what the heck's in front of you. So that's an issue. So you know what? Let's give you some fighters here, Brusilov. Okay, should be starting to capture that. Ooh, let's take a look here. Let's give Brusilov some forces because he could actually go on the offensive there quite easily. Aviation battalion is there. Got another aviation battalion here. Okay. So as I mentioned in a previous video, we're going to be going here to Belgrade, of course. We want to be sending units around. Quality, 212, 212, that's great, general ship. Take the train around. I'm trying to think, where else would I need an extra aviation battalion? I think that's Leopold again. So I'm going to get that over there. Okay, you got infantry divisions, but you need to get top back up. Honestly, you go here. And you're better off going here. So as mentioned, we want to take out Belgrade, link it with Serbia, and retake all of Serbia. And then once things improve over in Bulgaria weather-wise, we're going to Constantinople. So we've got this little shit going over there. Slow. Go after him. You know what? We'll go after you to force you out. You're completely free. Better yet, I'm gonna put the air over there. Hopefully find that unit. Hopefully take out that unit. And then it makes you free. Where are you going? Honestly, you may go here. Go right near Pulik so he can go get back on the front line. Because, of course, we want him kind of leading the charge into Constantinople. Nice aviation battalion there. Yep. Okay. Save the game. Everything looks fine in Poland. Yeah, they're pulled back a bit, so. Clear weather. I'm not going to advance yet. It's late February because, you know, as we've seen me look at sometimes, oh, the snow's gone, great. And then you get a surprise snow out of nowhere. So I'm not going to risk that. They're up to 28. Combat power's 143, so. Okay. Take the save again, just to make sure we're good. And, okay, let's run it. Of course, we're just short on normal Russian line infantry units. We've got, what, missing 200 chits. We were only able to do 4 replacements. Now, a replacement hit. The way the replacements work in this game is a bit screwy. So it looks like, oh, you're behind 200 elements. But each one of those replacement chits is worth roughly 10. And there's something screwy too, where when it's replacing things, it has a chance not to be consumed and has a chance to be consumed. I don't know the exact math. I think the only time it's automatically consumed is, let's take for example an infantry division. It has 2 brigades of infantry, and then what, I think a battalion or a regiment, I'm not exactly sure, of light artillery. So say I'm missing one of those infantry brigades, I think it consumes a full chit automatically to replace a whole infantry brigade like that, if I remember correctly. And of course, some of my infantry divisions, as I pointed out, are just missing whole brigades, so it's going to get consumed quickly. But we were about, what, minus 200 chits. We will see what we are next turn. So my point is, when you're missing 200 elements, it's not actually 200, purchases you need to do. It's nowhere near that. You still need a good chunk, and maybe like 10 or so. But it's not going to be, I need to do 200 purchases. No. And the biggest thing is I just want to get this pocket here, the Yugoslav pocket, created and crushed. Because once we just take out the units there, we just free up so many units to completely run amok. And that is the easiest, and that's only like true, that's the smallest pocket we have that we can easily wrap up currently. We basically have taken out the Transylvanian pocket. Not entirely, there still are some units operating around here, but for the most purposes, we've crushed the resistance here. There's that one guy hanging around here, there's another one hanging around in here, but in fact, this one's sitting on Chernovitz right now, but for the most part, we've taken out, at least all sources of supply there, except for that small town. So they should be attritioning to hell in a handbasket. Okay, let's run the supply phase. Good victory. Not quite the casualty I was hoping for. Nearly took them out, but these units seem to have survived. Treated on the harsh weather. Hopefully, maybe the attrition will take them out. I don't know. That's a force at Königsberg. I need to be careful about. Oh, they're moving on Dobrzin again. Probably have Rennikoff come in and make sure that doesn't go. Oh, they flipped Dobrzin. Crap. That's what I get for taking units off of it. We're having Rennikoff just going sitting on it. Got greedy, stripping all the army corps out of there. Turn on the offense, trying to force them off. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think the weather really did break early, so I think we're good to go. There's more famous last words right there. Okay. Yep, still at 200. Yeah, it's got snowy, crappy weather. You can hang out there. Okay, you're looking to come around. I can see that. Well, I'll let you go for it, then I'll swing my army around. Ah, yes, send you back. Quick look, make sure there's no ammunition. Okay. Okay. What are you missing? You're missing a Cossack shit. Okay. Oh, you're just missing a Cossack. Okay. Gain on top of it. Okay. Well. More production. Okay, burn that, burn that. Yeah, the militia we don't care about, just because those are mostly defensive guys. On the offense, do that for the Serbs. We can't even do that for the Ukrainians, okay. We do another for the Cossacks, or we can do one for the Russian cavalry. Let's do one for the Russian cavalry. Okay. And I'm not going to do that one, because actually we're going to be close to the tier 4 planes. So if we can try to make those tier 4 planes instead, that'd be great. Still not to tier 4 infantry or tier 3 or tier 4 artillery yet. But we're getting there. Okay, let's take another quick look. Still at Ulm. Still not taking Ansbach. Frankfurt and Koblenz have issues. Erfurt still has issues. Hamburg. Town of Lübeck is actually controlled by Germany, but the countryside is controlled. Oh, hello. Well, so much for going on the offensive here. It's a 2,500 stack in Poland. And actually, let's get this guard corps up here. Oh, you know what? I don't think we want to send you there. Yeah, we're sending you to Volgograd in case they go that way. Okay. You guys are there. Well now, clear weather. And Brusilov looking to absolutely just munch up. Swamp. We're going for it. This should be our first nice big fight with Brusilov. That's a small Austrian unit. Wait a second, is there no army over here? Oh, Deakin's an army, but he's not one of the real armies. Oh. Okay, you're fine. Okay, Von Houtier. Move in. Defense. Yeah, we'll go there. Have you stay back, have the Serbs start marching, and you know what? Start sending you back, and you can deal with that instead. Take back that small little town there, that probably doesn't matter. Do it anyway. Take back Dolbrazine, so I'm not a dork. Yeah, because luckily we got the second rail line still sending his stuff through, so it's not a complete cut. But still. Want him out. There's no reason they should be there. That's bad weather. That's not happening. We've got our reinforcements selected. Transferring units over here, so they can be ready to meet that challenge. Send that over there. Okay, take a look. Probably have enough ammunition. You'll hang out here for... I mean, your supplies aren't even full. Okay, that's a little not good. Go there. Get you topped up on supplies post. And ammo, and then I can roll you out here. And I think we will just go for Krakow to get the cut here. And hopefully create an encirclement here. So get the cut, create the encirclement, try to trap a bunch of units there and see what happens. Neither you guys are active, of course, because that'd be too easy. Turn you on the assault. I think it's just literally an air unit in there, and that's it. I mean, that's the case. Let's take them out. Jeez. Okay. Any of you guys activated? None of you guys are activated. You know what? You go back there to cover that. So we're going to swap those guys. Okay. And yeah, that's our main attack. We'll see where the heck that 2500 stack goes. Of course, we're not going to be able to do too much with that sucker around. Up to 33 national morale, 157 combat power, so they've definitely gained back a bit, up to 10.3 losses. Germany's definitely losing on the map, but man, they are making this a tough fight. Because here's Berlin. It's much, the Allies are, Western Entente's definitely closer than I am at this stage, so. Okay. Is there anything else? Take a look. We've got these guys starting to march. Yeah, could start creeping towards there. Yeah. Yeah, and I need an army here. I don't know why I did not have an army in this location. So come here, link this up, and then threaten Belgrade. Okay. So I'll take the save. Let's save for a second, and now we run the turn. So hopefully this is the final year of the war, but you know, granted, we've been saying that quite a bit. You know, this is World War I. You need to be bringing up big guns all the time, and that's very slow work. I probably should have put 1 or 2 units to start capturing this. Now I think on it some more, but I did not. Hopefully the army comes around and then these guys start activating. Luckily, these guys are connected into Romania, so I can, you know, if things start getting hairy either on this side of Belgrade or, you know, bounce around Sofia here, going in towards Constantinople, I can rail in units to help, which is just absolutely crucial. I'm curious to see where that big 2500 stack ends up going that the Germans have placed. Well, actually, maybe it's an Austrian stack. Anyway, the Central Power stack in Poland ends up going, whether it goes north towards Warsaw or south to Ivangorod. Because if it goes towards Ivangorod, it may actually crack the position. That's why I'm sending that Guard Corps back with nearly like 400 something combat power. because I had actually moved off a lot of units from that Ivanagrad position, hence ended up actually losing it temporarily. Not completely, but had my units forced off and basically had the fort hanging on by a thread there. So if they come back, I need to be careful there. But at the same time, all those units I transferred off ended up coming into the Hungarian plains and helping, create this massive sprawling Russian monster we see in Austria-Hungary here. So because I think, because I'm trying to look, and see where the encirclements are going to actually occur, because the terrain in Bosnia gets really rough. So there's only a few rail lines in there to deal with. So we'll also see Brusilov's attack on Francois. It's probably the biggest fight, biggest battle this round here. Oh yeah, all the wonderful bombarding that hasn't done anything. Okay, Renenkov forced that little guy out with no casualties, but not much damage to him either. Looks like they transferred some units off that 2300 death stack. It's only 1600. Oh, right now it's at 1600, and there's a 1300 to the south. So that's a nice looking fight. Only about 15k casualties, 35k for their side, nearly wiped out their force. 32 combat power. Okay, so I don't think they got their combat power raised with that final ability. I think they're just can now build stormtroopers, better assault troops. Bad luck on the tanks. That's not good. Okay. Looks like they're kind of moving in on Ivanagrad, maybe. Oh, that's a 3300 stack. $3,600 stack. And Thorn right there. So fight on Ivanagrad. I think I moved up that unit. Oh my god, it's a 4,200 stack in Belgrade. Okay, there was a surrender. Ah, okay. There was the surrender. We got a morale point off that. Okay, that's great. Yeah, so we didn't move at all. Central power is up to 34. Jeez. If I'd known they were this resilient, I would probably, makes you wonder if I should have gone after Austria-Hungary instead, or gone after Germany to be making headway on Poland instead. Romanians are good for now. Russians are backwards. 250, of course. Yikes. Okay. Look at that, 4,200 stack in Belgrade. Wish I could see enemy supply. You guys don't have AG. What happened to the aviation support here? Okay, you're there screwing that up, fine. Ah, yes, here you are. Okay. Yeah, let's get back to this now. So I know what the heck I'm walking into. Fourth Army. Okay, you're holding that. You can come there. And you know what? I think we're at a good place to end the video, so we'll clip it here and see you in the next one.